There's a massive problem brewing in the Roblox commentary space, and it's not coming from the people being exposed. It's coming from the ones doing the exposing. One YouTuber who built his entire channel on calling out others is now being accused of stealing videos, faking drama, and even filing illegal copyright strikes to silence his critics. And the worst part, he's still uploading like nothing's wrong. This is the story of how Ducky, formerly known as Documentary, built his entire YouTube career on lies, and how it's all come crashing down. Ducky is a Roblox commentary YouTuber who's built a massive following by exposing others. But recently, it's become very clear that he's not actually exposing anything. He's just stealing it. According to a respected YouTuber, Guamgo, Ducky has been copying content, sometimes word for word from other YouTubers like Q Rico, Nift, and even Guamgo himself. And this isn't just drama, it's theft on an industrial scale. Guamgo brings real proof here, full-on clip comparisons, timestamps, re-uploaded footage, and even a breakdown of stolen content percentages. When creators like Ducky get rewarded for stealing other people's work, it destroys the trust in the entire scene. And worse, when smaller creators call it out, Ducky uses fake copyright strikes to silence them. And that silence, he's profiting off of it. Until now. Let's look at what's actually happening. Guamgo and Q Rico both uploaded original exposés covering a major Roblox controversy. Ducky watched those videos, downloaded their clips, reused their storytelling structure, and re-uploaded them as his own. This isn't speculation, the timestamps speak for themselves. Take the Jane Doe Guna situation for example. Ducky's video on it, nearly half of it is just Q Rico's work. Now I'm not gonna play all of these videos out for you guys, but on screen right now you can see all of the timestamps here where Ducky basically just steals Q Rico clips on the Jane Doe situation. It is a lot of the video. Same clips, same pacing, same timeline. He's not reacting, he's retelling what someone else has already exposed. And this wasn't just a one-time mistake. In another video about the Bonky Doge situation, Ducky directly lifts a testimony Guamgo has already used, then shoves it in like it's a part of his own research. Now, while Ducky did include some credit in some form here, the reused clips still raise concerns about how much of the storytelling was borrowed without transformation. And then there's the Flores situation, where Ducky did it again. He made another video heavily pulling from Guamgo's content, and then deleted it once people started catching on. This video has now been deleted. This isn't commentary, this is basically content laundering. Taking someone else's footage, masking it under a new thumbnail, and farming it for views. Now obviously, Ducky is going to hide behind fair use here, but here's why that argument absolutely collapses. The first one is the purpose. In one example, Ducky adds 15 seconds of his voice between 2 full minutes of somebody else's content. That's not commentary, that's not fair use. That is literally copy and paste. Number 2, the amount and substantiality. 30 to 60% of a stolen video is not fair use. That's basically just reposting. And number 3 is the market effect. His videos directly compete with the originals. It's in the same niche, it's in the same timing, and the same audience. He's basically just using other creators' content for views and revenue. This would not hold up in court, and it shouldn't hold up in YouTube either. Now here's the real problem here. Ducky are basically just gaming the algorithm. They take trending drama, rip viral clips from other creators, and essentially just use their videos to go viral. It's the exact same tactic you see in low-effort TikToks or Subway Surfers clips, except here they're hiding behind a fake commentary profession. And look, unfortunately, it gets worse. Ducky was apparently caught paying someone to file false copyright strikes against his critics. Yes, you heard that right. He's not just stealing content anymore, he's actively trying to erase anyone who calls him out for it.
Earlier in the video, Ducky tried to dismiss everything I said about him offering money to file false copyright strikes. He even waved it off like it was some kind of joke and claimed I had no proof. Let's go over that in full now. Here's what actually happened. Ducky offered $300, 100 per strike, to 2 Nivalk and Anabe in a group chat. His goal was to completely terminate another creator's channel by abusing YouTube's copyright system. And no, this wasn't a joke. His tone was serious, and at one point he even advised them to use alternate emails to avoid being traced. When I confronted him about it, he claimed it was just a joke, but I'll let you decide if offering real money to real people like that to commit fraud and telling them how to hide it sounds like a joke.
According to Guambo, he obtained direct messages where Ducky was negotiating with someone behind the scenes, offering hush money to silence the guy who helped him file the takedowns. And the wildest part here, there's no denial, there's no apology, there's no attempt to explain, he just paid them to go away basically. That's not just shady, that's fraudulent abuse of YouTube's copyright system. weaponizing legal tools to suppress criticism. This is the exact same tactic used by scam channels to nuke expose videos, but here it's done by so-called commentary channels. When you start striking your critics to protect stolen content, you're not a commentator anymore, you're a manipulator with a platform. Now, to deflect from all this, Ducky tried to rehash an old 2024 incident involving a copyright dispute between Guamgo and Parlo. He framed it like Guamgo was the real hypocrite. But once again, here's what Ducky didn't say. Guamgo had explicit permission from people featured in all of the original content. Parlo, at the time, didn't know that and reacted based on incomplete information. When everything was cleared up, Parlo admitted that he was wrong publicly. So, why bring it up now? Simple. Ducky's being exposed and he needs to pull someone else down with him. This is a classic commentary deflection. Point at someone else, scream hypocrisy, and hope nobody notices the fire under your own feet. Now, Ducky keeps bringing up something called the September 22nd incident. So let's talk about what actually happened and what didn't. In 2023, Guamgo exposed a Roblox creator who was connected to disturbing behavior behind the scenes. During that live stream, a sensitive image was left uncensored for a few seconds. As soon as it was noticed, the stream was taken down immediately. That part is confirmed in his original video and addressed again and again in this new one. What's not confirmed, the rest of the claims. There's no verified public statement from the FBI, from lawyers, or any other accuser saying the image was or wasn't illegal content. What we do know is this: the incident happened, the image was removed quickly, and now people like Ducky are trying to weaponize the story, not to protect anyone, but to smear someone who called them out. That's not fact-checking, that's exploiting a sensitive event to shift attention away from the real issue: his own content theft, manipulation, and copyright abuse. So look, the entire situation shows how broken the system really is. Creators like Ducky can steal videos, fabricate stories, abuse legal systems, and make false allegations, and YouTube lets it slide. And unless people stop letting these parasites profit from silence, because look, the algorithm doesn't care about ethics, it cares about watch time and click-through rate. And the people who lose, it's not just the ones getting exposed, it's the creators who do actual work, who script, research, and take all the risks to call stuff out. The truth is, Ducky's content never stood on its own. It stood on the backs of people like Guamgo, QRico, and Nift. While he reaped the views, the money, and the platform, this isn't just drama, right? This is a warning. Because if someone can build an entire channel basically just leeching off of others, lying to viewers, and striking down criticism, and still get rewarded by the YouTube platform, then the space is absolutely broken. The rules mean nothing. But here's the thing, right? You don't need 10 million subs to push back. You just need to stop giving a platform to people who lie. If you want real commentary, support the ones who actually take the hits, not the ones who hide behind stolen content. Back the people who speak with facts, not the ones that hide behind drama. Creators like Guamgo and QRico, these are the ones who call out the rot at its source, even if it means making enemies. And as for Ducky, he's not even close. Anyways, I'm done with this whole situation, so click the video on screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you all over there. Subscribe.